as usual, bad hair day. Cannot help that. It's a trend, it's a pattern, it's going to keep happening, and I will live with it. So I was just thinking today, I have a terrible habit of always speaking the words that God gives me to speak at the wrong time. I will say them too early because I'm afraid I'm going to forget. I will say them too late because I'm a little embarrassed about what they might mean to the person, and if the person will be upset with me or will just be upset. Sometimes I just don't want to see a person struggle or suffer. So anyway, I tend to be right word, wrong time type of girl almost all the time. And sometimes it'll come up at a moment because I happen to feel like I've received a message from God confirming a word that I got a while ago. And then I'll say it. But the confirmation is something that maybe somebody was supposed to not have told me. Or, for instance, I will hear about somebody being in the middle of an affair. And I will be like, oh, that makes sense to what I heard that time that I should have said to them to cherish the spouse that they had, or something like that. I mean, that's an extreme example, but honestly, I have had the most shocking words where I was too scared to speak them, and I found out later the hard way that I should have opened my mouth. So I'm struggling with a little of that right now. I don't know when is the right time to speak. I get so awkward. And there have been a couple of words that came my way that I just didn't say in time. And I'm wondering, is it too late? Is it too early? Is my window of opportunity past? Or is it too early for the second one to come by? Because sometimes I'm allowed a second chance. And I just, when God speaks to you, just ask him if it's time. And if it is, just say it. Just say it. Don't make these awkward situations even worse. It's awkward enough when somebody speaks a word to you that sounds as if they were peeking through your window at 9 o'clock last night. It's way more awkward if it comes to you at a time where it's too late to do anything about it anymore, or you just feel more paranoid and demotivated than ever because other people have beat you over the head with it because it already came to light. This was God gently warning you, but it didn't come at the right time. So instead, it's just joining the bandwagon of people talking to you. Don't do this to people. Don't be like me. Let God speak through you. The whole "we don't talk about Bruno" has been so relevant to my life because God gives me words to give people, and it feels as awkward as the words that Bruno speaks sometimes. And I, just like Bruno, will speak a word not realizing that these people have already seen me as someone who hears from God, and this word is not from God, but I didn't differentiate. So I know there are people who say, I don't like to hear this is a word from the Lord. Well, when I'm pretty sure it's God speaking to you, I'm going to tell you I'm pretty sure it's God speaking to you. Because on the day that I happen to mention to you that I think carrots are healthier than bananas, and I just say carrots are healthier than bananas, I don't want you to think that that's God giving you a word. So if I think it's from God, that's why I'm saying I think it's from God. It's not personal. It's not me trying to sound like a prophet. It's just trying to differentiate between my ordinary everyday foolishness, because boy is foolishness bound within the heart of this child. I didn't get whooped enough apparently, or rebuked enough. I don't know. Anyway, the whole point is, let God speak through you, but be careful, because even out of season, I think it's better to speak the word in season and out of season, when it's convenient and when it's not. But if you could do it at the right time, please do so. Anyway, if you did not know that Bruno is not the only one who can speak and give you a word from the future, or give you a word that completely resonates within you, you didn't know Jesus did that, it's time to know you don't need a circular sand on the floor. You don't need a candle. You don't need rats. You literally don't need a room full of sand or a room full of quiet. Sometimes God will just speak. And when he does, it is spectacularly cool. And it has happened to me. I want you to understand that we can talk about Bruno now. We're finally in a stage in society where all of society is bringing to light that prophecy and words of knowledge and words of wisdom exist. So if you happen to be somebody who receives the word from God and messages for other people, this is your day. Get to work.